The Galactic Council chamber was abuzz with tension. The massive, circular room, filled with holographic displays and flickering lights, housed the most powerful alien races in the galaxy. Representatives from dozens of species, each one more advanced than the last, were seated in towering pods, their forms illuminated in eerie hues. All eyes were fixed on the central screen, where a grainy transmission played, showing a distant planet shrouded in mystery. "This is the Death World," announced the council moderator, a tall, insect-like alien with iridescent wings. Its voice buzzed through the room, amplified by the chamber's acoustics. "We intercepted this data from one of our long-range probes. The planet lies on the edge of our galaxy, and initial scans suggest it is hostile, uninhabitable, and dangerous." The room filled with murmurs. Some species clicked their mandibles nervously, others whispered in their native tongues. A reptilian representative leaned forward, its golden eyes narrowing. "Dangerous? How dangerous are we talking?" The moderator raised a clawed hand, silencing the room. It pressed a button, and the screen flickered. What appeared next sent a shiver through the chamber, a desolate, charred landscape. Towering ruins pierced the sky like jagged teeth, their edges crumbling from centuries of decay. Fires burned in the distance, their orange glow casting long shadows. Storm clouds churned above, their electric fury lighting up the devastation below. It looked like the aftermath of a war, one so catastrophic that even time itself couldn't heal the wounds. "Impossible," whispered one alien, its voice trembling. "Nothing could survive on a planet like that." Before anyone could respond, the transmission glitched. The image on the screen distorted, and then a sharp, static-filled voice cut through the air. "Unknown energy signatures detected. Proceed with caution." The warning only heightened the anxiety in the room. The Zakarian representative, a towering, armored figure with glowing red eyes, slammed its fist onto the console. "This is no ordinary planet," it growled, its voice deep and metallic. "This is a threat. A weapon. If we wait, it will come for us. We must act now, send our strongest fleets to destroy it before it becomes unstoppable." The other council members nodded in agreement, their fear evident. To them, the Death World was an enigma, and enigmas were dangerous. Their advanced civilizations had spent centuries ensuring their dominance, and they weren't about to let an unknown threat jeopardize it. But amidst the growing panic, a calm, confident voice interrupted. "That would be a mistake." The room turned toward the speaker. Standing at the edge of the chamber was Captain Alara, humanity's representative. Unlike the other delegates, she wore no grand robes or glowing emblems. Her uniform was simple, black with silver trim, and her presence understated. Yet, her sharp gaze and unwavering tone commanded attention. The Zakarian scoffed, its red eyes narrowing. "And what would a human know of such matters? Your kind barely escaped your homeworld. What gives you the right to speak here?" Alara ignored the insult. She stepped forward, her boots clicking against the polished floor. "You fear what you don't understand," she said, her voice steady. "But fear makes you reckless. Sending fleets to attack this planet could provoke something far worse than you're prepared to face." The council erupted into laughter. One alien, resembling a crystalline figure, chimed in mockingly, "And what makes you think your primitive species knows anything about this Death World?" Alara let the laughter die down before responding. "Because I've been there." Silence fell over the chamber. The other representatives stared at her, their disbelief palpable. The Zakarian leaned forward, its metallic voice dripping with sarcasm. "You? A human? Survived that?" Alara didn't flinch. Instead, she stepped closer to the central platform, her expression unreadable. "You think this world is uninhabitable. You think it's a barren wasteland with no intelligent life. But you're wrong." She paused, letting the weight of her words sink in. "What's there is far worse than you can imagine. And if you're not careful, you'll wake it. The chamber buzzed with murmurs again, this time tinged with unease. The council members exchanged nervous glances, unsure whether to dismiss her claims or take them seriously. Ilara's gaze swept across the room, her voice dropping to a near whisper that forced everyone to lean in. What if the death world isn't what you think it is? What if, she hesitated for effect, her expression hardening. What if the death world is Earth? The room froze. For a moment, the only sound was the faint hum of the holographic projectors. The words hung in the air, heavy with implications. The council members, who had mocked humanity just moments ago, now looked at Ilara with a mix of confusion and unease. The Zakarian broke the silence with a derisive laugh, but even it couldn't hide the unease in its tone. You're bluffing. Ilara didn't blink. Send your fleets, she said coldly. See for yourself. But if you do, don't expect to return. The hook was set. The council, for all its advanced knowledge and power, now faced a terrifying question: was Earth the death world they had feared all along? The council reluctantly agreed to Captain Ilara's proposal. Despite their distrust of humanity, the growing fear of the death world left them no choice. A fleet of exploratory ships was assembled, equipped with the most advanced scanning and defense systems in the galaxy. The Zakarians sent a small contingent as well, not out of trust, but to ensure that humanity wasn't hiding some terrible secret. Ilara led the mission from the command ship, her calm demeanor masking the storm brewing inside her. As the fleet approached Earth, the view outside their windows was anything but welcoming. The planet loomed ahead, cloaked in swirling, dark clouds. Flashes of lightning illuminated jagged mountain ranges and turbulent oceans below. The scanners beeped incessantly, reporting high radiation levels, volatile weather systems, and energy signatures that defied explanation. The alien crew members whispered nervously, their fear growing with every passing second. What kind of place is this? Muttered a crystalline alien, its shimmering body trembling. Ilara's voice broke through the tension. This is Earth. Her tone was steady but carried an edge that silenced the murmurs. Once, it was a paradise. A world where humanity built civilizations that touched the stars. The command ship's cloaking system activated, rendering it invisible as it descended through the planet's chaotic atmosphere. Turbulence rocked the vessel violently, causing the alien crew to grip their seats tightly. Ilara remained unshaken, her eyes fixed on the view ahead. The ship pierced through the clouds, revealing Earth's surface below. Look closely, she said, her voice laced with both pride and sorrow. This is what happens when power is abused. The crew stared in awe and horror. The landscape was a haunting blend of beauty and destruction. Massive skyscrapers lay in ruins, their once glittering facades now covered in vines and ash. Roads stretched endlessly, cracked and broken, with trees sprouting through the asphalt. Rivers glowed faintly with bioluminescent life, but their banks were littered with remnants of ancient wars, rusted tanks, shattered aircraft, and skeletal remains of once mighty machines. Ilara began to recount Earth's story. Flashbacks painted vivid images in their minds, bustling cities filled with life and innovation, towering structures that defied gravity, and people working together to achieve the impossible. We were a species that thrived on ambition, Ilara explained. But ambition can be dangerous. Wars broke out, alliances crumbled, and weapons of unimaginable power were unleashed. The flashbacks darkened. Cities were reduced to ash in the blink of an eye. The skies turned black, oceans boiled, and Earth's surface was scarred beyond recognition. The Great War didn't just destroy our world, Ilara continued. It changed us. Those who survived were forced to adapt, to evolve. The ship landed in the heart of an abandoned city. The crew disembarked cautiously, their suits glowing faintly under Earth's hazy sky. The air was heavy, filled with an eerie silence broken only by the distant growl of unknown creatures. They moved through the ruins, their footsteps echoing in the empty streets. As they ventured deeper, they discovered remnants of humanity's ingenuity. A shattered lab still hummed faintly with power, its walls lined with prototypes of advanced weapons and technology. A data terminal flickered to life, displaying holograms of humans in combat gear, fighting off alien invaders. The aliens' unease grew. This wasn't the story of a dying race, it was the story of survivors. Suddenly, a piercing roar echoed through the city. Hostile wildlife, creatures mutated by centuries of radiation, emerged from the shadows. The team scrambled, their weapons firing at the oncoming beasts. Elara fought alongside them, her expertise evident as she took down a charging predator with precision. When the dust settled, the alien crew stared at her in disbelief. She wiped blood from her cheek and said calmly, "Welcome to Earth." The council chamber fell silent as Captain Elara's voice resonated through the vast room. She stood at the center, her expression resolute, her words deliberate. "You've been searching for an enemy, a threat to explain the death world," she began, her tone sharp. "But the truth is, the greatest threat to Earth was us." The aliens exchanged uneasy glances, their skepticism evident. Elara continued, her voice unwavering. "Long before your kind even noticed us, humanity stood on the brink of greatness. We built civilizations that touched the stars, technologies that defied nature, and cities that glittered like jewels across the planet. But our ambition came with a price." Holograms flickered to life around her, displaying images of a vibrant Earth. Towering skyscrapers pierced the clouds, advanced vehicles zipped through the air, and sprawling green parks thrived amidst urban jungles. The aliens stared, mesmerized, as the holograms shifted to show scientists in labs, their hands crafting devices powered by artificial intelligence and quantum energy. "But with great power comes conflict," Elara said grimly. The images darkened. The skies turned ash-gray, explosions rocked the ground, and massive weapons unleashed their fury on once beautiful landscapes. Cities crumbled, oceans boiled, and entire continents burned. The Great War wasn't an invasion from another species, she revealed. It was us. Humanity turned on itself. The council watched in stunned silence as the holograms displayed Earth's transformation. Destruction gave way to adaptation. Human survivors emerged from the ruins, battered but unbroken. Their bodies bore scars, but their eyes burned with determination. Over generations, they adapted to Earth's harsh new reality. Radiation, toxic air, and constant danger forced them to evolve. Elara gestured to another projection. "To survive, we became something more." The hologram showed a man lifting a massive piece of debris with a cybernetic arm, a woman sprinting through hostile terrain with enhanced legs, and soldiers cloaked in shimmering invisibility suits, ambushing alien invaders with precision strikes. The council gasped as the images shifted again, showing humans fighting off extraterrestrial raiders who had attempted to claim Earth's resources after the war. Alien ships rained fire upon the planet, only to be met with overwhelming resistance. Humans, equipped with advanced AI and cloaking technology, launched coordinated counterattacks. Entire fleets were destroyed, not by numbers, but by strategy and ingenuity. "We learned to fight smarter," Elara explained, her gaze sweeping the room. "We had no allies, no backup, and no mercy. Earth became a crucible, and we were forged into the galaxy's ultimate survivors." The Zakarian representative leaned forward, its red eyes wide. "You're saying, humans chose to remain on this death world?" Elara smirked. "We didn't just survive it, we thrived. And while you dismissed us as primitive, we became something far deadlier than you could imagine." The room filled with an uneasy silence. The council members, who once mocked humanity, now looked at Elara with fear. They had underestimated the humans, viewing them as weak. But now they understood, Earth wasn't the death world. The humans were. Elara stepped closer, her voice dropping to a near whisper. "You wanted to destroy us because you feared what you didn't understand. But let me make one thing clear, underestimating humanity is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. The aliens sat frozen, their earlier arrogance replaced with unease. The Zakarian growled, its confidence shaken. "What do you want from us, human?" Ilara's expression turned cold. "We don't want war. But if you force our hand," she let the implication hang in the air. The council didn't need her to finish. The message was clear: humanity, once underestimated, was now a force to be reckoned with. As the council sat in uneasy silence, still grappling with the truth about humanity, alarms blared through the chamber. Ilara's communicator crackled to life, and a panicked voice cut through. "Incoming Zakarian fleet. They've broken through orbit, they're launching an attack on Earth." Ilara's face hardened. She turned to the Zakarian ambassador, whose smug expression revealed everything. "You planned this," she said coldly. "Even before this meeting, you were preparing to invade." The Zakarian ambassador sneered. "You should have stayed quiet, human. Now, we'll claim your secrets for ourselves. Earth's ruins will pave the way for Zakarian supremacy." The attack began with devastating precision. Orbital bombardments lit up the dark skies over Earth, raining destruction on the already scarred planet. Massive Zakarian dreadnoughts hovered above, their powerful weapons ripping through defenses. Alien strike forces descended into cities, their advanced soldiers sweeping through the ruins like a tide of death. But Earth wasn't defenseless. Far from it. Ilara's voice rang out over the command channel, her tone commanding. "Activate the cloaking grid. Deploy sentry drones and mobilize the combat units." From hidden bunkers and camouflaged strongholds, humanity's defenses came alive. Entire city blocks shimmered as cloaking fields deactivated, revealing underground weapons caches, AI-controlled turrets, and fleets of mechanized war machines rising from the earth like steel giants. The humans struck back with fury. Cloak strike teams infiltrated Zakarian positions, sowing chaos behind enemy lines. AI-driven drones swarmed the skies, outmaneuvering the invaders with lightning-fast precision. Tanks equipped with energy shields rolled into battle, their cannons roaring as they tore through Zakarian forces. Captain Ilara led the counterattack from the front, her combat suit enhancing her strength and reflexes. At her side was Bonner, a battle-hardened soldier known for his unshakable courage. Together, they spearheaded a mission to disable the Zakarian flagship's command network. The fight in the streets was brutal. Zakarian soldiers, towering and heavily armored, clashed with human guerrilla fighters in close quarters. Blades sparked against armor, energy blasts lit up the crumbling ruins, and the air was filled with the roar of battle. Despite being outnumbered, humanity's knowledge of their terrain and tactical brilliance turned the tide. Every fallen Zakarian was a reminder of Earth's resilience. Amid the chaos, tragedy struck. While infiltrating a Zakarian stronghold, Ilara's team came under heavy fire. Bonner, seeing a sniper aiming for Ilara, didn't hesitate. He charged forward, taking the hit meant for her. The force of the blast threw him backward, but not before he managed to throw a grenade, taking out the sniper and clearing the path for the others. Ilara knelt beside Bonner as he lay dying, his breath ragged. "Don't you dare give up on me, Bonner," she said, her voice cracking. He managed a weak smile. "It's not about me, Captain. It's about Earth. Finish this, for all of us." Tears streaked Ilara's face as Bonner's hand fell limp. His sacrifice sent a surge of determination through the team. "We don't stop," she said, her voice steely. "Not until every last one of them is off our planet." Bonner's death became the rallying cry for the human forces. Fueled by their grief and resolve, they launched an all-out counteroffensive, striking with precision and ferocity. Zakarian fleets began to falter under the relentless human assault, their technological superiority undone by humanity's indomitable will. Above the battlefield, the Zakarian flagship burned in the skies, a symbol of Earth's refusal to bow. The fight wasn't over, but the tide had turned. Humanity, scarred but unbroken, proved once again why they were the galaxy's ultimate survivors. As the battle raged on, the situation on Earth grew desperate. The Zakarians' relentless assault was taking its toll, and even humanity's superior tactics and cloaking technology weren't enough to stop the tide. Captain Alara, bloodied but unbowed, stood in a hidden command bunker, surrounded by holographic displays of the battlefield. The odds were against them, but she wasn't ready to give up. "Is it ready?" she asked, her voice sharp. A young engineer, trembling but determined, nodded. "The ancient AI system beneath the surface, it's online. But Captain, we don't fully understand its power. If we activate it..." "We don't have a choice," Alara interrupted. "Do it." Far beneath Earth's surface, in a cavern forgotten by time, massive machinery hummed to life. The AI system, buried since the Great War, awakened. Its voice, calm yet commanding, echoed across the bunker, humanity's survival protocols engaged. Unlocking restricted technologies. Across the battlefield, the tide began to shift. Massive, long-dormant war machines emerged from the ruins, their designs sleek and deadly. Energy shields enveloped human cities, repelling Zakarian bombardments. Swarms of AI-controlled drones, faster and smarter than any alien technology, filled the skies, dismantling enemy ships with precision. On the ground, human soldiers were equipped with newly activated weapons, plasma blades and railguns that cut through Zakarian armor like paper. The invaders, once confident in their superiority, were now on the defensive, overwhelmed by the sheer power of humanity's forgotten arsenal. Alara led a final strike against the Zakarian flagship, her team infiltrating the massive vessel through a daring cloaked assault. With the ancient AI's guidance, they disabled the ship's main weapons and forced the fleet into retreat. The flagship's engines roared as it fled, leaving Earth's skies scarred but victorious. The Galactic Council, watching the battle unfold through live transmissions, was stunned into silence. The Zakarians, their most feared and powerful faction, had been defeated by a species they once dismissed as primitive. In the aftermath, Earth stood victorious but mournful. The losses had been great, and the cost of survival was written in the faces of every human who had fought. Alara, standing among Bonner's comrades, placed a hand on his memorial plaque. "He didn't just die for Earth," she said quietly. "He died for the future of humanity." The council convened again, but this time their tone was different. They extended an olive branch to humanity, offering an alliance and recognizing them as an equal power in the galaxy. The Zakarians, humiliated and broken, remained silent. Alara stood before the council, her voice steady and proud. "We didn't ask for this fight, but we won't back down from the next. Humanity has faced extinction before, and we're still here. If you want peace, we'll stand with you. But if anyone threatens Earth again, they'll face the full strength of humanity." As the meeting ended, the camera zoomed out to reveal Earth, shining brightly in the galactic night. No longer a death world, it was now a beacon of resilience and strength. The stars awaited, and humanity, forged in the fires of its own mistakes, was ready to face whatever came next. The final shot lingered on Earth, a testament to humanity's triumph, with Alara's voice echoing in the background, "This isn't the end. It's just the beginning."